I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay, now how do we get out of here? Little solace. I'm gonna teleport. Don't tell that one. Shh. Stay very quiet. Haha! I think it'd be... No, not that way. That way. I think it'd be slightly quicker to go over there than go all the way around. What do you think? No, you have to speak up. I can't hear you. You've got to speak through the internet. It's very difficult. In fact, it would be really creepy, but it is actually possible that someone could message me this exact second with an answer. I don't know how, unless they've bugged my house and they're listening, but whatever. Be nice to get some feedback. Ah, Alexander, you've returned. Dare I ask how Ramun received your visit? Very positively, actually. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The people of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Leven has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Alexander. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Serpent Lieutenant is ready to send you on your way. What gods are made of. The Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experience firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The Conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Fare thee well, Alexander. Well, I just went the long way around to get to that. Ah, I love that theme. I want to go to the Conjurer's Guild, I think. Yeah. Anything to save me and run right around like an idiot for a tiny bit longer. Hello, welcome back, Honored Sion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. Proceed to the Lotus Stand. Ba 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 ba. I am not going to jump over the mountain this time because I know it is a fallacy. It is a mountain of fakeness. I fancy my presence was more help than hindrance during our travels with Leviathan. But this time around, well, even I have my off days. Ah, the hero of the hour! Let us not keep the Elder Seedseer waiting. You should have seen Maxio when we got back to Little Solace. Grateful is an understatement. I thought he was going to shake Papolino's hand off. 'Twould seem that Ida's appraisal of the situation held some merit after all. Perhaps I should not be so swift to discount her intuition.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
He wanted to test me, see if I was worthy.
Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Okay, I need to take a second because I want to say something that just occurred to us. She is on all this stuff she's on about to do with, like, allies and, oh, you're such a good ally, you've done so much for me. I just realised, out of all of the nations, the only one who actually trusted me as an ally with the information of the the horrible thing that lays under Cardinal. I don't really want to think about Omega because I don't want that thing to exist. But anywho, the only one who's trusted me was Uldar, or rather, it was Rauban and Dynamo, which says a lot for how great of an ally I am, and I've just quelled a primal for these guys, and I've just got rid of the Leviathan who was going to kill everyone. Not even a whisper of it. Weird. Such great allies. That sends another daunting mission, eh, Alexander? See, I'm still saying Alexander. I'd hoped Lord Ramun could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Eorzea too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Alex? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? You should have seen Maxio when we got back to Little Solace. Alright, you've already said that. Never mind. I'm sure Minfilia will be eager to hear of your adventures. Let us return to the Rising Stones and put our thoughts in order. Okie dokie. It's such a thing I do. I run and I jump. So, going by the amount of stuff we've done, will this be the end of this section then? Because I don't imagine that we're going to go and fight another thing. Oh, hello there. No, wrong one. I thought the thing was already up, that's why I clicked left. Ooh, new text. Take care, Alex. I look forward to hearing all your adventures when you return. I have returned. Duty calls. Well, no matter the task, I have faith you will see it through to the end. I'm back. Hey, Mr. Alex. What's a Ramoon? Is it cute and fluffy like a horsebird? Well, it's certainly fluffy. I tried substituting native ingredients several times, but the result was but a pale imitation of authentic German cuisine. Well, yeah, you'd have to have the original ingredients, would you not? Mayhap one day we shall accompany you into the field, but for now, we must see to less glamorous duties. Speaking with Master Coronet has opened my eyes to a great many things. I had no idea the world outside Domo was so strange and wonderful. Ah, Mr. Alexander! Is it true you're going on an adventure again? I'm so jealous. Worried about leaving us alone? Don't be. While the Archons are away, Hoary Boulder will keep the little ones safe. What a weird name. What? I didn't say anything. Oh. Hello, Hosan. The children are quick to take to Eorzean ways, but I cannot claim the same flexibility. A nice picture of Gridania. I did have to think for a second. Hello, Minfilia. Ah, welcome back, Alex. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramoon precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Eorzea's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Leven, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Gonna get some voice acting? Would be nice.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Yes!
Eorzea, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Leven's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
You're gonna make me talk about this? Methinks not.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection,
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Oh, apparently I don't get voice acting for this incredibly important scene.